On to level 2. The Eds are denied access to Jimmy's birthday party, so they decide to sneak through the sewers. Instead of fighting dogs and squirrels like you did in level 1, you fight rats the size of large dogs and crocodiles.
Whoa, 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 I thought the popular fan theory was that the cul-de-sac took place in Canada, not Australia. I mean, come on, what kind of animals do they have lurking around the sewers of this suburb?
Now, the first thing that sucks about this level is this jump right here. You have to get down into the water so that you can plunge Double D up onto the platform. But you have to be super lucky that the crocodiles don't come and kill you before you can actually get him onto the platform. The rest of the level isn't too bad, especially if you know where you're going correctly, but the level gets even worse when you come across these clams that jump onto you. And you can't even shake these things easily like the squirrels. No, these fuckers are horrible. Eventually you come across Johnny and Plank fishing for clams.
To beat when it comes to gathering clams.
Good continuity game.
Johnny finds a wheel you need to activate a door, and he'll give it to you if you lower the waters for their fishing. And this level isn't too hard, especially if you can get past the attacking Canker sisters.
Hey, Johnny! Looks like you forgot about your best pal.
No, Plank!
So, how about that valve, Johnny? These clams look kinda hungry.
Plank says, bring it on, you sissies!
What the?
Can't get enough of this gangster shit!
Once you get the wheel, you activate the door, and you make it to the party.
You think that would be the end of the level, right? Nope.
Rest worked. We're professional pinata poppers. We're doing you a favor.
Cankers!
Yep, you have to fight the Cankers once again by launching water balloons to send junk falling onto them. Oh, and the Cankers' attacks? Kisses. Kisses are attacks in a video game. First the Animaniacs on Sega Genesis, and now this.
Nice job! Too bad the party's over, dorks!
Are you kidding me?
Sigh, poor Eds. They just can never catch a break, can they?
On to the third level, the candy store is having a giveaway for Jawbreakers, and the Eds must hurry to get them.
Well, makes a lot more sense than getting a raffle ticket, I'll tell you that much.
Honestly, this is a decent level. It utilizes all the Ed's attacks perfectly, namely Eddy's. And the tasks that you're given along the way, like get Jimmy's dolls out of a tree or catch bees and beehives, isn't terribly difficult, but one that does suck is Kevin's task.
See that basketball over there? Pick it up and throw it at these trash cans behind me. Knock them down and I'll let you pass. If not, you losers won't be going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Kevin sucks.
And then we get to the candy store.
Eddy, wait! They're not fit for human consumption.
What's happening to my face?
You're having an allergic reaction, Eddy. I'd stay away from foot powder if I were you. Come on, the store's closing.
Wait! I can't go outside like this! Yummy! This one tastes like chocolate.
Did my game crash? Well, okay, I guess that's the game then.
Apparently some copies of the game, including mine, end up cutting before that cutscene ends.
And it's a damn shame because I would have liked to talk about the other levels with you guys, especially levels like Edzilla and Robot Rebel Ranch, but the game cut me off, so I can't play them and I can't review them. Well, that was Ed, Edd and Eddy the Misadventures, and it's better than Jawbreakers, but then again, that's not really saying anything.
The gameplay is a lot smoother and more effective, but there are times where the enemies are too strong for their own good and the difficulty is a little hard. With that said, I found the gameplay pretty entertaining for the most part, even though the graphics are very, very disturbed.
So this game isn't horrible, but it's not without its flaws. Next up, Ed, Edd n Eddy Scam of the Century for the DS.
2 years later, in 2007, Scam of the Century was released by Artco, Cartoon Network Interactive, and D3 Publisher. The plot of the game has Eddy lose his scam book.
Let me check my who to scam and when book.
Once again, props for continuity.
The kids come across it, give it to Captain Melonhead, and are ready to rip the Eds apart as the trio are chased out of the cul-de-sac.
So this game's kind of like a cross between the episode Robin Ed and the movie Ed, Edd n Eddy's Big Picture Show. Alright, I'm game.
So you can switch between the Eds once again, and you can play through a variety of levels.
So it's like, each time you select one of the Eds, you get your own specific levels designed for playing as one of the Eds. A little excessive, but I'll bite.
Just like Jawbreakers, the graphics and the music are probably the best thing you'll notice right off the bat. The game is a platformer action game where each Ed has to go through a plethora of different areas, all the while avoiding people and collecting objects. One thing I noticed about the controls, unlike Jawbreakers, which was terribly precise, and Misadventures, which had pretty decent jumping physics, the game has you jumping like you're on the moon. And I don't know why, but I love it. It's just so free range. It's something that I wouldn't have expected to see in an Ed's game, but there it is. Also, there are mini-games, but no one really cares. More or less, you fight off the cankers in a handful of them, but it really doesn't matter. The last few levels, you face off against the kids, like Double D against Rolf, Eddy against Kevin, and Ed against Sarah and Jimmy. Then you play as Eddy fighting against Captain Melonhead, and really you just have to throw a bunch of projectiles at Johnny and he's down for the count. You think that would be the end of the game with Johnny surrendering, but if you stay till after the game's credits...
Oh my god, the game just critiqued itself. That is amazing.
You know what, I went into this game expecting to not like it, but I kinda had a blast playing through this one. Sure, the controls need some getting used to, and the mini-games are easily the most generic things ever, and it's so convoluted with the switching between Ed's thing again, but you know what, that ending is so worth it.
So, I guess that's it now. Wiz, wait. You still have to talk about the Tiger game. Oh yeah. This is a thing that exists.
This game is as bland as you would expect a Tiger game to be. So you play as the Ed's faces, collecting jars of coins. All you do is press the D-pad and push the grab button. It's that simple. The next level is even more simple than that. You just tap the grab button to pick up dollar signs. And then it's just those two things on rinse repeat for the entire thing until you eventually give out.
So yeah, this game, it really sucks. But you guys are probably wondering, is there a really good Ed, Edd n Eddy game out there? Well, the answer is yes. In my opinion, the best Ed, Edd n Eddy game out there is Ed, Edd n Eddy The Misadventures for the Game Boy.
The graphics are good, the gameplay is solid, the amount of levels is reasonable, and the game's like a triple apology for Jawbreakers, the GameCube version, and Scam of the Century. The game is a better Ed, Edd n Eddy Game Boy game than Jawbreakers was, it's a better Misadventures game than the GameCube version, and the gameplay's mechanics are even better than Scam of the Centuries.
Seriously guys, if you guys are in the market for a really good Ed, Edd n Eddy game, I highly recommend Ed, Edd n Eddy The Misadventures for the Game Boy. This game is so good, I'm gonna go put it on Shelf of the Best. I love it that much. I'm the Media Wiz, because one art form wasn't enough, and tune in next time for the Ed-ternal Summer, where I look at Ed, Edd n Eddy food items.